What turned out to be our last match in the group stages also was the most special one, apparently. Because not only did we advance to the semis, but we also beat a side that we haven't beaten for how many was that? Roy was saying earlier off cam, I think 12, right? It's
13th time.
13th time. We're lucky.
Parang maximum na draw.
Myanmar, yeah.
Draw lang.
In fact, the last two matches, I think, against Myanmar were both draws. No, in fact, the most recent one was a goalless draw yung pinag-usapan natin last week sa Challenge Cup qualifiers, di ba? So yun.
Sorry? It was all one.
Ayun.
They scored in they scored in injury time, 3rd minute of injury time. Free kick that beat, it was their captain. So it was a good bit of revenge. Everyone liked that one.
At least we showed our our dominant, not dominant, I wouldn't even say dominance, but you know, our skill level, that we were really a notch higher. We're able to, I mean, with the game, we're able to dictate the tempo.
Right.
And also at the same time, you know, exploit the weaknesses of the defense in terms of the goals.
And we were saying during that episode last week with Richie, diba, na it's also to prove a point to Myanmar that we've earned our spot. Diba?
Yes, definitely.
We've earned our spot in the group. We've earned our spot in the semis. Diba?
Yes, kasi diba dati, sabi nga ni Richie, Myanmar dati nandun. Tayo yung lagi nasa qualifiers. But now, roles have interchanged. They were the ones who needed to qualify. And I mean, honestly, the Myanmar really romped the competition there.
Yes, in the
they
qualifiers.
Won all their games at one. They drew one. Won all the qualifying matches. So they really dominated that qualifying round. So they're not really a team that, you know, anyone can just push over and say that. You know, except for Thailand when they robbed out 4-0. But
grabe,
that's another.
Well, they drew Vietnam on 1.
Yeah, that's a
yes.
I mean, Vietnam was still the #1 country in Southeast Asia.
But with Thailand robbing it 4-0, wow.
Partida pa yung dahil si sa Thailand, di ba? Was not in that match. Yung groin injury, si Tirasil, di ba? Tirasil Dangda was not in that match where Thailand scored 4-0. You were saying.
Tirasil got the hat trick. It was
Tong Lao. There. Okay, so yun. Tell us more about the 2 goals that we had during that match against Myanmar. Ito yung mga nandun sa sinasabing most painful times during a match, di ba? Mga first 5 minutes after the kickoff, 5 minutes before the break, 5 minutes after the break.
I would say
5 minutes before the final whistle. Andun lahat.
Kasi gagamit lang ako ng
47, 93.
Gamit ako ng comparison lang with basketball na napag-usapan ng friend ko eh. Yung masakit kasi part nyo, after a timeout, pinag-usapan kayong play, and then suddenly, you'll turn the ball over. So it's similar to this. After the break, after the halftime speech, halftime talk, whatever you're doing during halftime, and then you come in all hyped up, all motivated because that speech, and then you concede the goal. Freaking so that really pulls the morale down for any team.
And to think, nasabi nga natin when we were viewing the match earlier, di ba? Medyo alangan pa nga yung tira ni Phil noon eh, 'di ba? It was on his weaker foot. Nadulas pa siya, 'di ba? And this is
but the control was great. The initial control was great. It was towards goal. With a cross coming from Jason De Jong.
Great pass.
A very nice one. Yes.
It was high. Nagulat ako na the Myanmar defense wasn't able to read it.
Yes.
It's really high. As compared to the similar crosses that Dennis Kagara gives, a really sharp cross. This is really high, and Myanmar wasn't able to react better. So Phil Thai controlled it towards goal, and then pushed more, and then suddenly medyo nadulas.
Kasi pinagsakan agad siya ng depensa, dalawa agad yung sumalubong sa kanya.
I think he tried to pull it back and then behind the left leg. Buti na lang hindi nagawa yun kasi if he did that, another
merong isa pa.
So nadulas, and then
Kinaliwa
niya. I mean, we know Phil can finish with both.
Yes.
Okay yun. But what the good thing is that, you know, the field was, I mean, I would say it was quite not that good of a field because you'd see the
pitch,
patches.
Roy?
Ayun, mas maganda, first hand.
It was pretty soggy at half time. There was like an army of officials who went onto the pitch trying to prop
Exactly. Because of the patches of grass going around and then they're all putting it.
I think you're
parang
right on
Ateneo
Twitter.
Field yan.
Ginaganon no?
Parang Ateneo Field yan ngayon.
Konti nga lang daw lamang sa yumak nung Supachalasay Stadium.
Both teams play on the same pitch. They knew what they were going against.
Exactly.
What was, I think, important for this game was that the second half really was dominated by the Philippines. First half could have gone either way. There was no real chance of either side created. But like Vietnam, like that game, there was just no real clear-cut opportunity for either side. And then that one moment of creativity and the Philippines are ahead. They controlled the game. Angel hit the post before he scored that goal. Another great free kick by Kagara. I actually gave Kagara man of the match because of his performance. He was brilliant at stopping Keelin, the main striker. They moved him across the right wing. I think it was Armand Del Rosario actually who tweeted that all 3 games they'd attacked the left back every single time. For some reason, the other teams thought that the left back was the weakest spot. They were wrong.
No, I think I think maybe the impression of those teams because Dennis Kagara has this tendency to really go up every time.
Right.
Yeah, usually what happened was like the left winger with Chiefy, he'd be so far up, he left him exposed so you could get 2-on-1. With Reichel on the left, or if Jeffrey Christians was there, it's a bit different.
Yeah, they always go in tandems like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always there's like a rope between them. Like if Jeffrey goes up, or sorry, if Reichel goes up. Reichelt! Reichelt goes on.
I'll ask him next time.
And then suddenly, sometimes Reichelt goes inside the penalty box and Dennis would still cover the entire wing. But the distance between them is really not that far off. So Reichelt is able to help out in terms of defending the winger and even the right fullback of any of our opponents.
In fact, you're right because we were watching earlier, remember? And merong instance na nakalusot tong si Keelin, no? Sa right wing. Akala natin, we just needed someone, Myanmar just needed someone in front of the goal. It would have just been a cross, but nakalusot eh. So, pero wala. It was a far cross, so it was just went over the face of the goal. Wala namang pero yun nga, you're right. Nung nilipat siya sa kanan, medyo, people would think that it was a bit threatening already for us.
I want to talk about the second goal with
93rd.
The 93rd in it. It was really sheer, I mean, hindi na sabihin brute force, but I would say...
Lagay na yun.
Strength to hold.
Yes. Very, and the thing, it showed the inexperience of the Myanmar defense in terms of how would you cover it up. And at the same time, the goalkeeper's late.
Yes.
Because the Myanmar defense was trying to catch Angel Guerrero, and he was really perfect in holding off the defense. I didn't even see any hand extension there. Like it was really just pure strength of the body. And then late for me, I would consider late yung approach ng goalkeeper because if you see that malabo nang dumating yung defense.
Sa kanya sinalubong eh.
Ano yun mo na kagad eh. You could have cuffed it already because during that time that the defense was still close to Angel, nandun na yung chance mo to actually pounce on it. But he waited until nawala na talaga yung defense eh. So, yun lang.
Kaya nung sabi natin kanina, di ba? Nung naging 1v1, wala. Makikita mong lamang na si Angel.
Pero one of the biggest factors involved with that though is like one of the reasons the Ascal scored so many like goals. Mulders was 80 something I think in the first game.
Chiefy's 86.
Chiefy's 86. Angel's in injury time. Is the fitness of the players.
Yes.
It's one of the biggest factors in the wins for the Ascals in the performances. Their fitness was just so much better than Myanmar.
Yes.
He was introduced as the assistant coach. Officially, he's listed as the manager. There's some weird thing going on with Myanmar. They've got a bit of a problem with their management.
Playing manager. Playing assistant.
They've had like they've not had a coach for longer than a year since about 2004, I think.
Wow.
So they keep firing their coaches. There's a lot of
Tinalo pa Real Madrid.
But
and Chelsea.
He was saying after the game, anyway, it's like he was saying after the game that they just couldn't keep up. The fitness wasn't there, and the organisation, the fitness of the players for the Philippines, they could keep running at that time. Angel Guerrero was at the halfway line when he started. And he still had the fitness to keep running and celebrating with his. I think he copied Bale.
Celebration. And then Chiefy came in with but they weren't able to do the Matador celebration.
And so, like, it's all the goals that the Philippines scored was in the second half because of the fitness of the players.
Yes, I would say
the fitness gave them that advantage. They could keep up. I heard from a friend in Singapore. She's called Ryanith, and she said that the ESPN commentators were like, "Oh, the Philippines will tire in the second half." So that's something that probably surprised a lot of the other teams, that the Philippines were able to dominate. They won
Mostly
every
in the
single second half.
Yes.
They beat Thailand 1-0 in the second half. The first game, with Thailand's first goals, both goals being in the first half.
Yeah, that's right.
So because of that fitness, they've got a real good strength with that one.
Yes.
And as I say, they've only lost one half of football in the entire group.
I agree with that.
Yun, so ang sarap kasi ng feeling nung manalo sa Myanmar. Ang dami nating input.
Well, not just that.
Totoo yun.
Aside from that kasi, may qualify tayo.
Yes, of course, of course.
Qualify. It's like, that goal, even with Phil's goal, the celebrations, like,
Of
number
course.
1 is, okay, we're ahead, so we have a great chance of qualifying. The second thing is, finally, I scored.
Yes. and because we didn't have to wait for any of the results from the other match.
Exactly,
diba?
because we dictated our own future, our own fate there.
Yun. So, we'll get to that. Of course, ang kala natin Singapore sa semi. So, do follow us on
Tickets!
Get your tickets. So this is for the December 8th.
On the ticket world.
Yes, the home leg will be at Rizal Stadium.
Finally!
Saturday.
We have a home game.
Finally. So,
It's gonna sell out soon, so you better get that fast.
yes.
Parang ang endorser.
So do follow us at FTW
I don't need a
Sports.
ticket, so it's okay. If it's